Chapter 13. Waiting for Godot. We're always waiting for presents to show up. Funny, right? We're filtering presents by being anxious about presents, and so presents doesn't have a chance. We're always projecting our game plan slightly ahead of ourselves so presents can never have its time in the sun. We're grasping for what's next without realizing it. Our entire lives are spent in what's next mode, rarely in right now. If you come to a screeching halt and landed in this present moment right now, you'd find it next to impossible to stay there. Actually, you'd probably feel quite anxious. What's a present seeker to do? Microdose. It takes commitment to get accustomed to right now. We don't know what to do with right now, as it feels empty, even boring, like those awkward silences in a conversation. You don't know how to find yourself in real time. You can find yourself after right now is over when you review what just happened. That's frightening. The depth and spaciousness of the power of now doesn't confirm our identities. It's disorienting, so we up the ante of busyness. We're more familiar with the voice of the narrator, reminding us that we're okay, and then we hurl ourselves into the next moment to feel safe. To tune into the background of joy, job number 1 is getting used to space and presence, so start by microdosing presence. Microdose like crazy, many times a day. By microdosing, I mean puncture whatever is going on by being still and letting your body melt into right here, right now. Do it. Look out and drop any idea of what's next. It might feel like you shut down and light up at the same time. Don't try to hold the space or judge anything. You might feel like you want to continue, or again, you might feel tenderness, a kind of subtle tearing up or sadness. That's your heart connecting with the nature of being through your eyes for a few seconds. That's why I mean by microdosing presence, radically, consciously shift to letting boundaries of self go. Presence, being, and happiness are not far away in heaven or in some mystical Zen enlightenment. They're always there in the background. These qualities are the canvas you draw the machinations of your life on. As you microdose, you'll begin to tune into these channels like radio stations whose signal is becoming stronger. Ask yourself, do I like how I feel when I touch the present moment this way? When I grant myself permission to be present? The brain is used to filling space to feel safe, and you're reprogramming your nervous system to recognize this deeper reality, this more innate joy. When you say, yes, I want more of that space happiness stuff, a synapse connects in your brain that will allow you to recognize space and happiness more easily going forward. It's hard to remember to do these things. I use the beauty of Hawaii as my reminder. I notice the beauty and I remember to microdose. Find what works for you. It may be as simple as setting a ping reminder on your phone. Continue to microdose many times a day. I call this perfection practice because right now is perfect. There are no problems in the instant of right now. Right now is insultingly complete and awake. I also call it acupuncture practice because it's like using a sharp needle to poke a hole in the expectation of what's next. You're poking holes in the seeming reality of anxiety and in the filtering of reality. This is big stuff. We're puncturing the fog that keeps us from an uncensored experience of reality. The head can't feel reality. To cut through the static and touch sacredness, we need to feel through the heart. This takes practice because sacredness is both potent and ineffable. We're getting a pure, heartfelt dose of awakeness. And this small, simple dose can blow our minds. We think of ourselves as being awake to the world, but not the other way around. The world waiting for us to awaken. Hold up a piece of writing paper. It seems opaque. Then start poking tiny holes in it, one at a time, with a pin, like an acupuncture needle. Pretty soon, you can see through the paper, and what's on the other side comes into view. Something that was once solid is now full of holes and open to the view of the other side. We have fixed, solid ideas about reality that do not actually include seeing what's in front of us, but rather what we think is in front of us. Perfection practice brings us fearlessly into the joy of presence, even for a few seconds. That takes getting used to. Meditation is an eraser. We erase ideas about ourselves, our world, and what's happening in our life. Carrying all that stuff around need not to be a life sentence.